What up, YouTube? It is Chilled Core Caleb coming back at you with another CSGO gameplay video. This is going to be a little bit different than usual, but I will like to say in the background we have Dr. Rocket, aka Mark. Say hi, Mark.
Hi.
That was the dumbest hi I've ever heard. Hi, guys.
It was mid-yawn.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I'm sorry I caught you there. Mark is playing Destiny 2 currently. But the one thing I wanted to showcase that maybe people don't know about is YPRAC practice maps. Especially really good for practicing utility. Stuff like that. As you can see, bada bing, bada boom, hit your smokes every time. But so YPRAC will go through a lot of the important ones to know. Of course, there's cheeky ones that are always being learned and stuff like that. But for the smokes particularly, it'll at least give you crosshairs and a place to stand for reference. So this is the short, I think this is the short cat throws, what it counts as. Or maybe it's just called short. Mark, do you know, like, the area of cat along mid? Is that just called
That's
short, or is
short.
that part of cat?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
short. It's a short side of cat, I think, is why it's called short.
Okay. So with this one, stand on the trash can at T-spawn, super helpful for T-spawn, and aim right at the edge of that TV antenna, the one closest to you. And every time, I think this smokes off all of short and smokes off sniper's nest that an op can't get a shot on that right side. Yeah, it looks like it at least. Then from here, go to next. And so this will be a good old-fashioned stairs one, which I think you have to get up here on the corner, and it's right above right there. See where that lands. Terribly. Gotta be. The thing is you gotta be so fucking precise with smokes in this game. It is ridiculous.
There you go. Perfect. On the money.
Yeah, look at me. It's almost like I have a place to stand
Oh,
and a
no.
crosshair to look through.
So, the way to line this... Okay, this is interesting. I remember this lineup. I forget exactly how I used to line it up.
I mean, it seems like you just hop on here
Hug
and
the
then,
corner.
yeah, hug the corner, come to the corner, and then go like a quarter of an inch above that little ledge.
Yeah.
And that should at least get you on the platform.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. I think you can. I think I used to line it up with even that second railing up top, but then you have to like stand in a slightly different spot.
Like this? No, that's too far back. Unless if
I
maybe
don't
you
know. It's
can...
been a long time since I've learned. I taught myself that smoke. That's why I never throw the stair smoke.
I'm trying to think. No, I can't think of another way. Yeah, no. You gotta be up there to have the height. Unless if maybe you're able to, like, crouch and yeet it. Oh, that could be it. Might be able to hit that. God. So finicky. No, that goes too far.
Nah, the lineup is the best one from before.
Yeah, are you... Let me think. Are you able to, or... Sorry, I'm having a brain stroke. Are you... Or are the smokes always like a 3 impact with the ground and then they go off, or...
Yes, it's 3 taps, three hits, and then it pops.
Okay. 3 hits and then
I
pop.
Nades are also, I think, the same. Do the same exact thing. I think.
Oh, you actually have to walk, right? You line up on the corner here looking down. Go with like a 45-degree angle and hold. Maybe like that. And the walker ones are I think are the hardest ones for me to get. That might be on the money. You gotta like walk in. Nope, never mind. God, even CSGO has the damn physics of those cargo belts on those cargo boxes modeled. Okay, so if we're lined up.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It depends on who clips it off.
Are you telling me that there's some favoritism?
I don't know. I don't know about favoritism. I just say there's inconsistencies.
Well, you gotta have some luck in there.
Yeah.
Okay, I think generally, if you walk off of that little step in front of that door, though, you're probably gonna get the majority of CT spawn. Especially if you're, like, in the silver bracket, like I am, where, you know, you're just terrible. People aren't gonna know that you might have formed a one-way.
Oh, that one way that you sent in the other day? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about with this one, where, like, if you mess it up to the side a little bit, you might inadvertently make a one-way for the CTs.
Ah. Yeah, you don't want to do that. That's bad.
Yeah, but I mean, like, in silver, I don't think anybody's gonna know to take advantage of that.
Unless you run into a smurf.
Well, yeah. Honestly, last game, either I might have ran into a Smurf last game. Going 20
The fact that
in a
one...
short game.
Yeah, maybe.
Or he was just having, as CSGO likes to say, a really good day. Okay, well, regardless, get on step, go above here,
So
hold,
line it.
walk,
So
throw.
yeah.
But not like that.
No. Okay. So look. So step. Get on step. Now
Yep.
start moving up. Your camera up.
Oh.
Like to the wall. Line up. There's probably a brick line you can line up with. So I think there is. I think it's like that. Like there's
This
two
one?
lines
Yeah,
maybe
probably
there,
here.
or that
Yeah.
one. So line up with that, and then go across. So see where if you look to the left, you're in between. You're in that corner over that to the left on the left line.
Mm-hmm.
You're in between that chimney stack and the wall there. That's your lineup, and then throw.
I have to shift walk?
Is this yeah, you probably have to walk instead of run. That's a running throw. You probably just have to shift walk. No, that's too short.
See, the walk-in throws, I think, are my weakness. I can never hit the walk-in. Maybe you just gotta hit it, like, as soon as you come off that step. No?
I don't know. I've never had to.
You've never done this one?
No, I've never done this one.
There we go, that might have been it. Yeah, that's in the ballpark.
That's good enough.
A little bit higher, like here. So if you draw a straight line from the middle of that chimney here and hold and walk, just a smidge.
Yeah,
That'll at
because
least
those
put it in
lines
the
are nice,
ballpark.
but they're blocking the actual things you want to look at in order to make your throws.
So what you're telling me is they need to be a little bit transparent.
Yeah.
Much like the U.S. government. Ho, 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 ho.
Damn, getting political on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, right? Okay, yeah, here's... Let's see. What's the lineup here? Stand on crack, break your mother's back.
Okay.
And right over top, like that. and boom, you
Oh,
smoked
this is
jungle.
this is jungle. Yeah, jungle's super easy. This is the throw I know because it's in line with. So you stand in the middle of that window behind you.
Oh, it's the
So
middle
if
of
you
the window? Oh,
yeah,
I was
you
looking at
stand in the
this
middle of that
crack.
yeah, you stand in the middle of that window, and then you line up. So that red line, where that red line's going through, there's a crack in that wall. You lift up, and then I think I always aim too high because I aim to the top of that. I either aim to the top of that palm tree or I aim to the top of the little like
Little nub.
nub. Yeah, I kind of am always like in between there.
Let's see what above the nub gets you. Above
So
the
that's
nub
what
gets you in the target.
it's in the target, but there's a gap. That's the
Yeah.
reason why you don't want to throw above the nub. You know, throw in the halfway in the nub.
Yeah,
And I
half of
think
the
that's
nub.
that's why I always kind of mess up that smoke, and that's probably why I never paid attention to it too much.
Alright, so now we both know go half of the wall nub, or as I'll like to call it, the wall nipple.
That's what I was gonna get ready.
CT, hug the corner. And then this one, I guess draw a line from corner of window and one straight up from boxes. Granted, the only time I think you're going to be throwing this is if you already have pushed onto sight somewhat
So
and
that's
you're
a
just blocking a rotate.
yeah, that's a resmoke. So that's what this is like after you've pushed a site and either have control of site or like you got stuck in the entryway for whatever reason and it's been like 30 seconds since you guys have been stuck, you throw that smoke to help to resmoke CT.
Okay.
But that's not really one you're ever gonna really like throw.
Now this one could be, especially if you got an opper that's sitting over in jungle.
Yeah. So yeah, because that jungle throw smoke you threw earlier doesn't actually smoke off jungle from palace. So I don't know if you can probably go back to it and then throw it and then go into palace and you can see what it looks like. I don't know if you can
I don't
actually
know
how
if I
far you
can
can
do
move.
that. I don't think I can free cam, because it has, like, invisible walls of where you can and can't go.
Uh, it's a bummer.
Downside. But on the bright
Yeah.
side, we know corner, and then just in between of everything here.
Yeah, you kind of line up with so if you go back to it, you kind of line up your crosshairs lined up to the top of that wooden piece, and I don't know if there's any crack on the wall to line up the vertical. Verticals is kind of like
No, vertical, you're kind of just putting it...
these.
Maybe there's, like, a crease in that... Yeah, there's an apex in that crease of the awning.
I see right there, and then you line up
Yeah.
there, kind of. That's pretty nice.
And now you won't get shot on palace from that opper over there. Now, this one I've never... I don't think I've ever, like, even tried to. This is connector over here, so you line up... I guess you walk middle of that cinder block, and then go corner a little bit
Corner.
past the edge of that wooden beam. Yeah, this is one I've never seen used.
Yeah, that's another one that's another resmoke. I think that's the reason why you probably don't see it used. That's after you take sight for sure, because you're so exposed from sight, so you have to do that after taking sight.
Yeah, so this is like a resmoke of the stand and throw to get both jungle and connector then.
Yeah.
Now this one's a very important one for mid control to take care of the opper in the window.
It
So
is
this
a
is just
very important one.
getting out here, and then what do we think are the lines here? Probably edge there. You have like that pipe. Line up with that pipe, and then just straight up from where you're standing.
Yeah.
Maybe I just need to get a crosshair that, like, fully extends to the edges of my screen so I can line everything up perfectly.
Some people do that. Some people have crazy crosshairs.
Now, I do like these, where it's literally just the corner of a TV and on Mirage.
Mm-hmm. It's always nice to have things that are easy to line up.
As engineers, we prefer the easy things in life. We just decided to do things that were hard.
Look, engineering is the ultimate. It's basically you try to find the simplest solution to the problem. So it's the ultimate lazy person's job.
It really
Because you're trying to
is.
find this. It's just the fact. It's just hard to get through it.
And then you have, we're about to call them out, industrial engineers.
The Imagineers.
Imagineers. And if you're offended by that and you're watching this, just know that everybody else in engineering hated you. And as mechies and arrows,
Hate's a strong word.
Is it? Is it?
I mean,
All right,
yeah,
we
I don't know.
highly disliked. There you go.
It's a glorified business major.
Okay, yeah, you know, I wasn't gonna say that, but
that's how I put it.
okay,
I mean,
all right.
I think that's nicer than saying we hate them.
Okay, sure.
I don't know though, because both are mean.
I mean, like, if we looked at, like, the engineering pecking order at the university, it was like, I want to say anything that was electrical or, like, computer was just put into a spot of its own because anybody that was Mechie or Arrow did not understand it and didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
And then, like, same thing with the chemies and the biomeds. And then Mechies ripped on civies because, haha, sum of all forces not equal to 0.
Yeah.
And then everybody ripped on industrials.
Yeah, industrials were definitely the bottom of the totem pole when it came to everybody ripping on them.
Yeah. And what are they gonna do? Come back at us with, like, we have to take dynamics too. Yeah, well, you didn't go further than that.
Yeah. Look, when everybody that is the top of their only class that we actually share, that's a problem. You know which class I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I know what class you're talking about. The fact that, like, the professor of that same class, whenever I took it in person and not during COVID, would pass back the exams by giving a stack of just, like, hey, go and find your name and pick it out, and don't look at anyone else's grades.
Yeah,
you see people getting, like, 60s and 70s in that class. It's pain and suffering.
Yeah, that's oof. It's rough.
It's tough out here, kids.
So wait, what you smoking off now? You smoking off
This is a cross.
So it's like,
coming from tons.
You get up on the first step, basically, or is it the second step?
Like,
I think it's
so you got to come up and wrap around, and then go to the side.
So
like, you're on the second step.
Are you getting blocked in the back at all, or are you just kind of lining up with the second step?
So you come up, and then you gotta, like, come up a little bit more, and then you get blocked in the back and side if you're only walking sideways.
I see.
And then it's like, I don't really know what the lineup
edge of
that
post and the tip of that tent. So you see
that
post has a point, the tip of that overhang.
I got you. Sharp eyes, kid.
It's all about that's what's so funny is, like, I know the tricks, and I understand. I think the logic behind these, because I've played this game for so long. I understand that, but I just don't know the actual smokes. I don't know any of these.
So this one, I think it's just lining up against tower, and then maybe across from that little nub in one of those windows.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Gotta be over a little.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, the fact that you can get at just like perfectly standing back here is kind of nuts.
Mm-hmm.
So just a hair to the left of, I'm gonna call it Cathedral Tower, and that'll get you that.
That's appropriate. I
Yeah,
think cathedrals.
This one's crazy. This one, whenever I learned it on YPRAC, I was like, the fuck. So this is just look at the corner and then.
How is this? Wow, that just works.
Yeah.
All right, good to know.
Yep. The more you know. And the jump throws, because people are probably wondering, the jump throws, just hold down on trigger and then jump, and right as soon as you jump, let go of trigger. Because then you'll get the momentum into the grenade. Because CSGO physics makes sense.
Yeah, so there's actually called a jump throw bind. They're banned from pro play, but you can actually, using the command prompt, you can actually like you can attach jump and shoot to the same button, and that would give you the perfect jump throw every single time.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's banned from pro play, but it is possible to do that, to have a macro.
Alright, well, this one, just walk up on balcony, get nudged against that pillar. And then, let's see, what's the lineup here? Edge of there, of course. And I'm going to say nut on the AC. Because if you come across from the AC... Yeah, I think that's a pretty good description of that lineup.
Line up with the nut.
Line up with the nut. Facts.
That works, yeah.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna try and rapid fire these last few. So this one, yeah, this one sort of throws me off, but come to this corner, back up and in, and then aim right above the lettering, sort of like, maybe, probably right on that corner there. So straight up from where you stand, right on that corner there, and this will just barely skim that box. Which, personally, I like using smokes whenever I'm CTing sometimes. Because it makes it, I think it makes, at least at this low of a level, it makes terrorists want to push, and then they have no idea of where you're at as they push out.
Yeah, you never. Yeah, in this low of a level, they push smokes. People push smokes, and you should never push a smoke because you can just easily pick them off as they push through. Now, granted, it's funny. There's like a bell curve to it, because at some point, you look at some pro players know not to watch a smoke because they know nobody's going to push through it. Well, then somebody pushes through it and they kill everybody. So it's like a weird balance at some point.
This one, BEPs, trash can, corner crease. Gets him every time. I think this is the last one, 18 out of 18, stand and throw short. Oh yeah, this one's kind of annoying. There's no brace. You just get put up here.
You just have to know the right spot to look.
So it's...
But maybe, so, and this is when, okay, turn around. I bet you line it up with like part of the door. Yeah.
Yeah, the line of the door right there. And then just the corner of that box. That's such a low margin of error going over that box, because you'll either hit the box or you'll go right over the lip of short, I imagine. Yeah. You kind of have to be right there, or else you're going to end up down in mid and not on short. But
yeah.
Anyways, folks, that is going to do it for this episode. If you are interested in the YPRAC maps, all you have to do is in the Steam Workshop under CSGO, you subscribe to them whenever you look them up, and I think they have them all for basically all of the defusal maps, and maybe the hostage retrieval map as well. And we might do a showcase of each of them, going through the smokes or the mollies or stuff like that. Maybe a little bit more rapid pace than this time, but this is just a good intro. Get to see some of the smokes. Mark gets to help talk through the lineups, because obviously I do not know them. I'm just pointing at the crosshair. And we'll see you in the next video. So, take it easy, and stay frosty, my friends.